binary stars! The binary stars! Lift off and the clock has started. The binary stars! The binary stars!
Nice to be in orbit.
Welcome back to Binary Star Wrestling, the best professional wrestling channel in the universe known and unknown. I am one of the Binary Stars, Henry Liverman, the Suplex Scholar, and I am joined this week, as every week, by...
Chris Adams, the Super Suplexer.
Little bit of tweak in there.
Tiny tweak, which means I'm not a man of honor because last week I said it was my final form.
It's an evolving thing, though. It, like all of us, are works in progress, wouldn't you say?
Our boy Heraclitus says you can't step in the same river twice. And so, you know what? I'm just shooting for approximation. And therefore, achieve perfection.
It's not all of us that just get it in one.
You son of a bitch. You did. You had it immediately. And I've just gone on this quest. I'll tell you what, I even practiced that shit in the car. Julia was making fun of me too. I really was, man. And I was like, the Super Suplexer. You know, so I decided to keep it backwards, you know.
And
although
they're like,
the Super Suplexer, no.
And they're like, Chris, keep your hands on the wheel.
Yeah. In fact, they're dead because of it.
Hey, less distractions for the channel.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Like, I don't have to be a husband or a father. Like, I'm all in. In fact, I'm going to burn my place of employment down today. Like, it's binary star, nothing, baby.
Yeah, just so that we have no conflicts of any kind.
Zero.
That seems reasonable.
Isn't it, though? Oh, my God, man. Dude. So what's up? What are we working on today? What we got rocking with it?
Well, I feel like we have a few solid segments for the Orbiters this week. I feel like it's a pretty big week in wrestling. You know, we're leading up into Double or Nothing.
It's huge.
Yeah, so this is the second like big pay-per-view of the year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's apparently sold out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That stadium looks cool. I was looking at pictures of it in New York.
Is this the Arthur Ashe one?
I can't remember what it's called. It's something like that. It's in... Ooh, I'm going to mess it up now. I'm not going to say. I would say the wrong borough. I know it.
Queens. It's in Queens.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But then was like, is it in Brooklyn?
I'll take the risk because no New Yorker wants to smoke.
Yeah, that's right. You come down to the
shit, I hear somebody knocking right now.
You come down to the dirty South. We'll show you what's up.
Right. That's right. Yeah, we'll kill you with a smile down here.
That's right. Yeah, so big week in wrestling, and I felt like Dynamite and Collision, I both thought this week were pretty top notch.
Yeah.
So I think now is as good a time as any to get into the 2 stars, 5 stars.
All right, dude. I'm about to show you my 2-star, 5 stars, but you
Give me
show
yours.
me your 2 stars, 5 stars first. I claimed it.
Shit. All right, you did say it before me. Okay, so
we're in rare form today.
I'm feeling it, man. I'm happy to be back. I had
Me too.
I had a little vacay at the beach, so
Yeah.
I am rested up, ready to throw hands.
Not at me.
We'll see what happens. So mine, I have one that I feel like is the like, all right, yeah, and then one that I personally really liked.
All right.
So my all right, yeah, is the Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. The tables, Sammy Guevara's bravado, like Darby passing out right in the beginning, like, and they even highlighted that in, I feel like Tony Schiavone said it, where he was like, I don't know if we've ever had a dude that has gone this hard as the world champion, just take it up match after match after match.
No.
Yeah, I really, really liked that one. Bonus points, getting a dude I like from Ring of Honor into the main event of AEW as well. And then runner-up, Samoa Joe.
Just Joe of it, the Joe of it all.
Yeah, I just really liked the Joe of it all. But like his match with Anthony Bowens against the Lethal Twist, I thought was absolutely fantastic as well. Again, people I like from Ring of Honor coming up onto AEW, and I'm happy to see Joe back, and they're able to actually kind of do something with the ops instead of treading water with the charisma vacuum that is Hook.
Just hanging out in the back, being like, I'm trying to get some peeps, and no one ever came up, and it was just like ridiculous. Yeah,
and he's like, I'm a winner, and then doesn't win anything.
Yeah. Remember, he'd always say, like, I'm going to get you next week to Anthony Bowens, and then he'd come out and talk, and he was like, I got an answer for you next week. And then it was just Joe. They just waited for Joe.
Yeah. I was like, the fuck is this? Like, they just treaded water till Joe got there, and he's like, it's like, I'm really considering this week, but next week I'll move into my pontificating stage. Right. The week after that will be contemplation.
Yeah, as it should be.
Right. So I was like, man, just let him in. I like the pride of pro wrestling. I
really like him.
Yeah, I like it. He had such a cool
stuff.
He had such a cool shot too, like at the very end when he's sitting there like like as the pin is happening. Like I was like, this is a Renaissance painting.
There have been some moments where it's looked very painterly. Like there was a shot in the MJF, I guess it was the MJF Darby match, where it was shot just immediately after Darby pinned MJF, and it was like overhead, and their bodies were just like strewn about, and there was makeup and like blood and shit. Like, yeah.
I feel like they heard our criticism that the camera work should be better for a promotion this established.
I believe it in my heart.
Yeah.
The warmth from our stars.
Yes, I believe that. So that was my 2 stars, 5 stars. I'm open to hearing you. I'm open to hearing yours.
Just open? You mean you don't want them? Because if you don't want them, I don't give them.
All right, you got me. I want them. Give them to me now.
So sassy. All right, so my tip top thing, if I want to start there, would be the Darby Allin of it all, right? Not just the Sammy match. And I know I kind of cheat sometimes when I do this because I'll often take like the Dynamite and Collision storyline, put them together. But this Darby stuff has really like got me hooked. Especially because I didn't expect it to be this good. Yeah. I didn't expect them to be able to tell as many varied stories within each match, but also have the overarching thing. So like each match has had a different theme. There's been something that they've highlighted differently, a body part that's been worked over, a skill that Darby has.
That's a good point.
I never have expected.
I didn't even think about that. They haven't been samey at all, really.
No, and so it's like, okay, if it ends this weekend, which I'm not sold that it is, by the way.
I know.
But if it does, then it will still go down as an incredibly well done World Championship reign across any promotion because of the variety. And so having this match with Sammy Guevara, man, I always like fumble his name, Guevara.
I think it is Guevara, yes.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara. I don't want to say Guevara. Sammy Guevara, it was a callback to like earlier Dynamite days when they would go at it for the TNT stuff. I liked how they called back the stories. So that stuff was incredible. My 5-star moment, it's a moment, not even a match, not a thing. It's one.
Okay, from the macro to the micro.
From the macro to the micro. And like it should feel reversed, like the 5 stars of it all should be the Darby. But no, the moment that took my fucking breath away was when Takeshita German suplex Darby, avalanche style, and did not release. I have dreamed my whole life to see an avalanche suit German that is not a release because they're so dangerous. And then when he was up there, I was like, oh, it's going to be a German release. And then when he did it, I was like, oh shit. Like I was taking notes and I just stopped. I was like, this is fucking insane. So there was something about, God, man, 5-star moment in a 5-star match, in a 5-star story. So it's my 2 stars, 5 stars.
God, I had a quick 5-star moment that was similar to that.
Ooh.
since we missed last week's, and it was I think Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin.
Yeah.
When Kevin Knight jumped off of the ropes over onto the fucking announcer table.
Yeah.
That was preposterously far.
Yeah. It was crazy. And the force that he hit him with too.
Yes,
Man.
that was a 5-star moment for me as well.
Yeah, that really was. I love Kevin Knight, dude.
Me too. I don't know.
When are we gonna? Okay, pause for a second. On whom do we disagree the most, wrestler-wise? Is there somebody?
I feel like there has not been great division as of late.
No,
The stars have been pretty aligned.
They have been.
Because even if one of us is very up on someone, the other is usually at least middling on them.
Yeah, that's right. It's so funny, just every time, man. And y'all, for the record, y'all out there in Binary Star Universe land, we don't plan our synchronicities. We are just that good of friends. And I hope that you find yourself somebody as good a friend as I've got right here.
That's right. You find your own binary star.
That's right.
Yes, I want that for all the orbiters.
Talking about some of the other kind of 5-star moments that I had last week, since you brought one back. There's a swagger that Kevin Knight has that I don't know what it is. It's hard to capture. I guess this isn't a 5-star. I'm just cheating here. Will you allow me the indulgence since you brought up Kevin Knight?
Tell us what you think.
He's effortlessly cool in the most positive sense, whereas Swerve is effortlessly cool in the dangerous sense.
Okay.
Right? I look at them as not two sides of the same coin, but capturing different elements of what it means to be cool and to have freaking swag, man, to exude something. And so I love his energy. I love his positivity, but he's not a chump,
No.
So you can't take him for a fool. I just dig it. I dig the vibe.
Yeah.
I dig the shades.
I mean, I feel like we had called him being a main eventer from the beginning.
Yeah.
Where it was
Absolutely.
this dude is a star, 100%.
Well, I want to say, was it 4 years ago when we flew out west for one of those indie shows, and he was there, and we talked about him then, why he wasn't anywhere bigger. Of course, he was doing New Japan stuff then, but we were wondering when's some American company going to pick him up? So maybe the vibes we sent out way back then is what got him to the dance.
That's probably it. I mean, it's not unreasonable to me that perhaps Tony Khan or somebody like that saw some of our older videos that have been, since lost to time. But, we used to do a lot of reviews of indie wrestlers and things like that back in the day. Maybe that's something we need to get back into.
That would be cool. I mean, I did just get that inheritance. So I've got the big chunk of money where we could do some flying if you want to.
I think we'll have to plan it offline.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, your dad only dies once. so cavalier about it. But anyway, we've got some money we can use.
Nice. Hey, Sigmund Freud teaches us that you cannot truly become a man until the death of your father.
Then, friend, call me a man.
You a man.
Rest in peace, Pops. I love you. And Mom, if you're watching, just having some fun here. Just having some fun.
we're just having a good time. We have fun.
That's right. All right, dude. It's time for us to go to Khan's Corner.
It surely is. I had a few things for Dynamite this week.
I did too.
Do you want to lead it off? Or I have one that will hopefully be quick.
Then you do it. Then you do it, my brother.
I wanted to talk about the speedball botch.
Yeah. That was a tough one, dude.
That was a tough
I
spot.
texted you about that shit. And was like,
did.
oh.
You're like, dude, prepare to see the botch of botches.
The botch of botches, my God. What was his name?
Woodlaw? It's something like that.
Westbrook.
Westbrook. I thought it was...
Woodlawn. Westbrook. It's something.
It is something. It is something like that. I am so sorry if you were watching.
Yeah. Good sir, we are sorry.
Yeah, because I could tell you're trying to do a cool spot that would have involved bouncing off the ropes, and that Gravity or something had other plans.
Dude. So when he hit the apron, it looked like he was like, "Ow!"
Yeah, he hit something for
like
sure.
out of character, like just hurting.
Yeah, you could see the look of like, kind of on his face, like I felt that one.
I did too. Like I don't want to. It just happens. So like you laugh
Sure.
at botches, they laugh at themselves. But at the same time, I don't want to laugh at someone's misfortune when it's like the moment when they're trying to get a break. And I think maybe I feel it differently for him.
Yeah, I feel
than
like
if
that's
it was Mike Bailey. Is that how you are?
Yeah, and that's why I feel that it was such a tough break, kind of, because I was like, I mean, I don't feel like I've seen him before, and so I was like, okay, now you're on AEW and like, fumble.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
It did.
So
I just
that was
I
tough.
felt like, oh man, like you're looking for that shot. And even though it may not be your shot, it definitely is not anymore. I mean, that's the feeling, whether it is or not.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be afraid of.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you could tell, like, you saw, like, at the very end when the referee was kind of checking on him, like, as he was walking off, you could see, like, in the bottom frame of the camera, him just, like, pushing the referee away, kind of.
Oh, well then, bitch, you definitely ain't his shot now.
Yeah, like, I was like, that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
Yeah,
But
he probably won't be showing up again.
I would think not. But I bring that up as well because I wanted to discuss Speedball briefly. So we have him. He's going up against Darby Allin, right? Isn't that the next one?
This Wednesday. I'll bounce his balls with you.
Yeah, hell yeah. We could be jugglers together.
We're gonna juggle Speedball's balls. Oh my God.
New T-shirt idea. You heard it here
Yeah. Dude, that's hilarious.
first. So I really like Speedball for the TNT Championship. I was thinking about that the other night. I'm not saying he should take it from Kevin Knight.
Yeah.
Although...
I'd be down for that entry.
I retract what I just said. I think that he should take it from Kevin Knight, but I don't think he should. I don't think he should stop doing tag stuff, because I do like him as a tag partner as well. But I feel like he needs a tag partner that's more of a Mark Davis type. Like I think he should have like a big guy who's like also pretty quick.
Yeah. Ooh, that could be a cool ass tag team.
I think that would be cool, like because
you could literally do like a fastball special Wolverine, like how Colossus used to throw Wolverine. Like you could have like fucking, and they I think they do that. The Demand does that. They call it a fastball special when they throw Ricochet.
Put him with what's his name? Cage that just came back.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Did you see that the like photo shoot he did as Wolverine?
Yeah, I think he calls himself the Swolverine.
That's right, the Swolverine. Yeah. I had forgotten about it. I hadn't seen him.
He seems like a nice guy.
I agree. I feel like I would get along with him.
Yeah, I think so. We had this like tiniest of interactions on X where he has like some fonts that look like the X-Men font, from the 90s comic.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on some of his trunks. And so I was like, oh, those are dope, and it was this tiny moment of like, oh, thank you. And then he got injured and never saw the trunks again.
Sad.
I know, it's sad.
So what you got for Dynamite? That was one of mine.
I want to begin with the bald gauntlet.
Mm.
Right? The bald gauntlet that MJF stared down as he walked through the parking garage, I guess. Rare bit of like outlandish humor for AEW, especially lately. I know they've done it before, but feels like lately it's been less of that. So to have that was nice. I enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't over the top, but it left me with some questions. First, and I need your wisdom, dude, because I'm coming up with nothing. Was it just a coincidence and there just happened to be a bunch of bald people there at the same time? Was it Ricochet who orchestrated a bunch of bald people to intimidate MJF, since he was the one at the end, at the tail end? Or do all those bald people legitimately hate MJF and wanted to psychologically torment him?
I think the answer is even weirder than that. Is just that, like, all of those bald people felt compelled to be there at exactly that moment. So
it's deeper.
Yes.
They were pulled there by something. I hadn't even thought of that.
They were brought there. It's like how we know gravity works, by something really heavy, like bending space-time and things orbit around it.
Yeah.
It was like that. Like the weight of the hair match is so heavy that it's bending the kayfabe around it, bringing all of these bald men into its orbit.
That's the best thing I've heard all day.
And that's the explanation.
I accept it. I accept it as fact, indisputably fact.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I could clarify that for you a little bit.
I think that's why you are the Suplex Scholar, my dude.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, the scholar.
Hell yeah, you're like, remember physics, my good sir.
I know a little about a lot, let me tell you.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
All right, next for you. What else you got in cons? Huh?
I did really like that promo. I thought that was very funny with all the bald people.
Ah, that is too.
So, also big thing, the Owen Hart tournament.
Yeesh. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I like most of the matchups. I think that's cool. Yeah. How are you? Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Owen Hart?
How it came to be?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So for friends in Binary Star Wrestling Land who are unfamiliar with the Owen Hart tournament, it started as a tribute to Owen Hart, who died tragically in a WWF ring when he was being lowered down under the guise of the Blue Falcon. And the harness snapped and he went down and he hit his head on the turnbuckle. Ever since then, his brother Bret Hart has stayed connected to WWF, now WWE, but Julie Hart, I believe is her name, Owen Hart's wife, who did not want to have anything further to do with WWE after they really fought her hard on the negligence lawsuit. Tony Khan invited her in to pay tribute to Owen Hart. And so they together devised the Owen Hart tournament to get a bunch of amazing competitors together to honor Owen Hart. But also, the winner in both the men's and the women's bracket gets a title shot at All In Wembley. So it's a tournament that has a purpose for the wrestlers, but also to honor the life of someone who was important in pro wrestling history. So friends, your Binary Star moment. The more you know.
Yeah, it is a cool thing. It is a cool thing.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. And I like the title shot stipulation. I think that's neat. And then you get some kind of like dark horse candidates as well.
There were some dark horse candidates in the women, and I'll share a lot of my thoughts about the women's bracket till we get to our binary bitches segment. Not about women, friends. Binary bitches is the segment when we become bitches and bitch about things has nothing to do.
Correct.
With
that is not what we call our women in wrestling segment.
Not at all, friends. We're not even joking about that. I just wanted to clarify, y'all, because as I was saying it, I was like, wait. People might assume those two things go together. They don't. I'm advocating for stronger women's wrestling in the Binary Bitches segment when I bitch about Tony Khan's booking. There we go. Just a little preview.
I also have a binary bitch for today, so we will have an interesting segment.
Yes. All right, good.
Nice.
It's hilarious. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The women's matches against some of the strange competitors from outside of AEW that feel like taking places of people maybe from within AEW. I didn't really feel that with the men's bracket, and that's probably because there's more attention paid to the men's bracket.
Yeah, that's almost certainly true.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the people that they've lined up, and the way that they're telling stories at the pay-per-view this weekend with that is really pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I think it'll be neat. And I do think they're doing a lot of good like video work and segment work and things like that to kind of like, get people jazzed up for the matches, which is something that I think is always good. Because they don't do that every time. Mm-mm. Like sometimes there will just be these matches that are just kind of like dropped in, and it's like, why do these two men want to fight?
Right. Well, yeah. What's the animus here? And you know what? It's a strange thing about wrestling tournaments in general and across promotions is all of a sudden the tournament brackets are there, and we don't know how they got selected, how they got put in. Right. We obviously know that the creative minds put them there, but I would like some kind of mechanism within tournaments to understand how to let the viewer know how they got into the bracket, right? Just kayfabe.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like I remember AEW doing that in the very beginning, where there was like point system that you could acquire as you went on and won matches, and then the point system led to like brackets and shit like that. But it's like,
oh yeah.
But like that starts. I see the problem there though, where it's like you do need the entertainment level. And when you start to get, we're getting into like baseball levels of statistics when we need to like fucking keep track of all the shit and like, yeah, I see why it was scrapped, but I don't think that that's the only way to do it. And so like when you come into, I think the way that they do the winter tournament is pretty solid.
Oh, the
Continental Classic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the mechanism there? People just declare?
I think they just declare and like...
And then it's like the first 6 who declare, I guess? Or?
Yeah, and they can use it to like squash beefs and things like that.
Yeah.
And then
I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm. And then they get divided up into like the color pairings and stuff. I feel like that's neat too.
Yeah, that one's neat. I just want maybe for this one, I would like a blind, like maybe put everybody's name in a bingo thing.
I like that.
Because the Owen Hart tournament feels to me like the one that should be the most random.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or by chance, not random, but yeah, by chance.
Mm-hmm. That would be kind of neat, like a freaking bingo thing. Like,
yeah. That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then you would get some like crazy matchups where it's like Will Ospreay versus Eddie Kingston. or something like that.
On Eddie Kingston's best day and Will Ospreay's best day, who wins?
Will Ospreay. I don't even need to think about it.
Even pretend.
I cannot. I like Eddie Kingston, but like, come on.
What would it? You don't think with those like rapid fire baby chops to the chest that Will Ospreay wouldn't just die.
He might laugh his way into a 3-pin.
That's right. Yeah, he'd forget to kick out because he's laughing so much.
Right.
Eddie, oh, bruv,
Eddie,
get the fuck, oh!
Eddie, mate.
Yeah, Eddie, mate, quit crying, bruv. Quit crying, bruv. Come on.
Yeah, but no, I cannot pretend there is a world where Eddie Kingston is a serious contender to Will Ospreay.
Well, dude, speaking of Ospreay, this stuff that he's got going on with Moxley is some other really cool stuff that's happened in Khan's Corner.
Sure. Yeah, that was on my list too. That is a really, really cool one. Tell me your thoughts.
It makes me feel good about myself. And that's the weirdest compliment that you could give to perhaps sports. But in this sense, it's like the storytelling here is so good. Set aside your ego. Set aside your bullshit. Set aside your hatred. That's like a fucking life lesson, dude. Like, hey, do you just want to be the best version of yourself? You know, set aside everything that's just not helping you out. And it's resonated with me because, like, I'm trying to do some of that in my own life. So I'm like, oh, this is a moment where two of my current favorites, and Mox being a guy that I'm always, like, there for, telling a story that hits me on a deeply personal level. But also shows why I think professional wrestling can be really good at forming character. Not like characters, but like inner character, right? So I love the way they're doing it. I love the story they're telling with it. Limitations of your body. Sometimes you have to figure out how to pivot. And I'm like, yeah, I got a broken ass back. So I just love this damn story because of how deep it is.
I also appreciate, just on a broad scale, the narrative that people are able to change. Yeah. Because I feel like that's almost like almost conflicting narratives, like within our cultures. Like a lot of times you hear like people don't change. They're basically the same and they make minor aesthetic changes but are generally the same. And then you also have the narrative of like metamorphosis and transformation. But like we have a lot of media that have both of those things, but those narratives are in conflict with one another.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm always a big fan of the people can change narrative. Like I have seen some changes, let me tell you, like good and bad. People change, certainly. And I like seeing it, and I like seeing it in the form of this mentor-mentee relationship that we're kind of seeing, which I think interestingly parallels Samoa Joe and Anthony Bowens.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of
that's a
neat.
Really good point. Yeah.
How we're seeing both of those kind of as like mentor-mentee stuff. And I feel like that's something I haven't seen as much in the last little bit of this like wrestlers evolving on screen in kayfabe with an on-screen mentor.
Yeah, that's a really good observation.
Thank you.
Usually you see him like the mentor role being like overly violent, the kind of stereotyped like push you till you vomit kind of shit. Like, but with both of these, well, there's two things that I think are worth talking about with both these presentations, and you nailed it with the Bowens comparison. With Moxley, we know that because he's talked about it. He's sober, right? He is in Alcoholics Anonymous, working the steps, and I see a lot of step work in this Will Ospreay Moxley stuff, which is if you want to grow, you have to be willing to set everything aside, right? And as someone who himself, I got 9 years sober this year. I can identify with the need to lay some shit down, right? And I that's a cool story beat that I think is safe to assume is under this story.
Yeah, I get that makes sense. It would have to be in some capacity, like when you're super involved in like recovery or something like that. In that aspect, it does permeate other parts of your life. 8 years sober this year.
8 years, my man.
That's
Dude.
right. And 9 for you. Look at that.
So, like, Binary Star Universe, folks, like, when we talk about, like, especially when you were sharing earlier about the power of second chances and people can change, like, we are living proof.
Yeah, I fucking know what I'm talking about.
That's right, yeah. Y'all can't tell us nothing. We know about some damn transformation up on Binary Star Wrestling.
I know that is right.
And if anyone's out there who needs some help, hit us up in the comments. We can get you what you need. No judgment, because we're here to support.
That's right.
Love you.
That's all people need sometimes. Somebody telling them that they believe in them. And that's sort of what's happening with Ospreay.
Yeah. And the Joe and Bowens thing real quick, because I know I went on Mox too long, is I love the idea of, like, the most, even though Swerve and Bandito are the most dangerous men, Samoa Joe is still incredibly dangerous and calculating. And I love that Anthony Bowens, the pride of pro wrestling, right, who continues to shatter the stereotypes of gay masculinity, is paired up with this killer. And for Joe, that ain't no thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's another thing that I love about this promotion is Anthony Bowens is out and gay, and he would fuck anybody up, including me. Like, and so I just love the way they tell stories with different types of people, right? Varieties of expressions.
I do think that that's very, very cool as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a lot. There's more even in Con's Corner. Is there anything else that you want to hit up real quick? Because we got some other jang.
The only other thing that I want to hit up real quick is that I am extremely impressed with Lio Rush's character work.
Yeah. Dude, he was on mine too, man.
Like the promo where he's just like, everything's cool, man.
It's fine. It's fine, Nigel.
Yeah, I thought that was incredible. I really, really liked that.
What do you like about this gimmick?
I don't know. I like that it's so weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
Like, I like that it's weirdly kind of surreal. Just like the thing with all the bald dudes. Like, even just looking at it from a meta aspect, it's like, this is like surreal humor, kind of. That, like, all of these dudes would be hanging out here, and that MJF, instead of being like, why are you all here, would be like, it's like that classic old, or like that classic, like, noir shot where the dude's like walking down and all the neon signs are kind of going past him.
Yeah.
But it's just like a bunch of bald heads. Like, that's the same energy, which is like, again, weird humor kind of. And that's one of the things I like about the Blackheart, like, character. Yeah. It's weird and, like, weirdly meta and kind of surreal.
You think he's riffing on Gollum?
Yeah, there's certainly a Gollum influence.
But again, how weird is that? That a wrestler was like, I'm going to be Gollum, and then kills it. Like, it's not corny. It's weird. Surreal is the perfect word to describe it. He's like a Salvador Dali painting of a wrestler. Yeah,
but from his, like, dark era.
Yeah.
Last weird comparison. It's like if fucking Goya painted him during those like dark eras of like Saturn devouring his child. It's like that.
Dude, that's right. That's
similar energy.
The cool thing about it is it's not like on one night he's Blackheart and another night he's cool Lio Rush from Crew. Like on Collision, he looked like the old Lio Rush, you know, talking to Nigel. It's fine. Takes the shades off, got the fucked up eyes, and starts to drool. So like they're blending, they're together. It's weird. They're both there at the same time. Yeah, I love that shit.
I do too. Yeah. So,
Does that mean it's time for
Where Ishii? I think we have a pretty.
I remember.
We have a pretty good one this week, I think.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. This time I remembered what the challenge was. You see, 2 weeks ago, I made it too fun. Ishii there and Swan Lake, but like, where's Ishii? He's right there in the middle of the fucking shot.
Right. Still very
Not
good.
This week. Not this week. I went, I think 4 layers deep in how I incorporated our man Ishii's face onto another person's body. So, like, I'm really proud of this one. So, friends, I hope it takes you hella long to find Ishii. And if it doesn't and you find him immediately, Wrestling Fan 69, you better say nothing.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Or tell us very nicely and we'll make it much, much harder.
Yes, that too. Well, again, always take your money. So if you want to do a super orbit, then you can say whatever you want. But if you're not paying, just make sure it's nice.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
So this week, I also have something in the WWE corner.
You're taking us to WWE Corner this week. Damn.
This week I am taking us to WWE Corner because of this fucking flying tank, Mason Rook.
Yes.
I watched some of his stuff on NXT and golly.
He's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad.
That is so fucking funny.
It's amazing. He'll body slam your fucking dad.
Yes.
All right, so you brought us here. What is it about Mr. Rook for you?
Okay, I understand that he's been kind of big on the British independent scene.
Yeah.
Which it seems like, we get a lot of quality wrestlers from over the pond. So
yeah, dude.
I'm like, okay, respect already. And I also thought that I watched a couple of his like promo stuff from NXT and was pretty impressed with his like skills on the mic as well, which is like so many really, really good wrestlers are not really, really good on the mic.
Yeah.
And it limits them, which it's sad. It's sad that that's the reality, but it is.
Right.
Like you got to be able to sell in the ring and on the mic.
Yep.
that's the nature of this.
Yeah. Not everybody gets to have a Paul Heyman or a Don Callis to talk for them.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can get further, I feel like, if you're better on the mic than you are in the ring.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
because you make yourself more marketable as a character.
Yeah, like I feel like if you have to have one and not the other, like being better on the mic is better, which is a strange sentiment, kind of.
I think I agree. If I was forced to choose between a wrestler who could score 100 in the ring but 80 on the mic, but vice versa, 100 on the mic and 80 in the ring, that's what I'm choosing.
Yeah.
Because poorly delivered lines to me hurt worse than less flashy but still really awesome wrestling.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about like a 0 and 100.
Right.
Yeah, it's like obviously if you're fucking trash in the ring, like there's still gonna be a problem.
You can talk really well, but every time you wrestle, you break something.
Right, like all right, that's a non-starter, right? But like if we're talking like 100 to 80, like I think that is the correct. I think that's the correct ratio there. But his skills on the mic, really, really good. And then, dude, him just like flying at people is so funny.
His damn moonsault, the way he does it, like, yeah.
Where he just slams into everybody. I saw him do like a kind of like a cannonball-esque.
Oh yeah, is this when he had the dude on his shoulders?
I think so. And there's one, yeah, that was crazy. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty interested to see to see what comes of this. I need to watch more NXT. Was one of my takeaways.
Yeah. What I've thought about the NXT crowd is they are much more willing to accept somebody like a Will Cruz and Chanta. I mean, that was his name in England, Mason Rowe. To cheer somebody like him when you're up close, you feel like you know them more when you're in the NXT audience, right? You're just like 5 layers away from them of people.
Yeah,
so
they're
like,
pretty close.
If you yell at somebody and say, "Hey, you fat ass," like people have said online about him, he'll look you in the face and he'll see you in the parking lot. Right?
Yeah.
but in a stadium show, the crowd is its own monolithic thing, and so like the relationship I think is different, and so I am slightly concerned about how he'll be booked on the main roster. Will he be booked like Otis, who's like a big man as a joke?
Yeah.
Or will he be Mark Henry, who is a big man and the strongest man, right?
Right.
I'm hoping they book him like that.
Yeah, me too. I feel like there's more of a chance for that in NXT as opposed to WWE.
Yeah.
And it could be a thing where he like ends up really liking NXT, and it's sort of a Ciampa situation. Mm-hmm. Where, you just end up in there for a while and have these cool feuds and ongoing storylines. That's sort of what it is.
And then get bounced up, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's something to keep an eye on.
I love though his mullet. He had a mullet from his British days, and like I'm like, bring the mullet back, dude. I get it. Like it's not as cool as like whatever hairstyle he's got rocking now.
Yeah.
But goddamn, he's cool.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm excited to see more.
Yeah,
and
sweet.
That was my WWE corner. Are you ready to talk women in wrestling?
As always, my man, it's time for women in wrestling. All right, so Red Velvet and the women of Ring of Honor are frankly the best women's division, is the best women's division in all of professional wrestling. Actually, hold on. Red Velvet and the women are the best, or Red Velvet and the women is the best division? Oh, that's a conundrum.
Red Velvet and the women of Ring of Honor
comprise the best division.
Are the best women's division because they're the subject of the sentence.
Okay, that's a weird one. It's like
that is a weird one.
Yeah, because
like
the verb fits in though. Anyway, all right, we're some nerds right now.
Yes, they're the subject of the sentence. I think that's right.
I think so too. So Red Velvet and the women of Ring of Honor are the best women's wrestling division in all professional
wrestling. The object, yes.
Yeah. And the second place, simply because we're talking about them, would be NXT, which has an incredible women's division. But Ring of Honor, they were featured so prominently over the weekend. You had Supercard of Honor, which was awesome. The main event was the first ever women's survival of the fittest match, which do you want me to spoil it since you haven't watched it? Or has it been spoiled for you?
I take it Athena won?
She did. Oh, surprise, surprise. Although I wasn't surprised, but I thought maybe Billy Starks was going to get it this time, but no. Athena got it, which is great.
Not after 3 losses. It's 3, right, to Billy Starks right now. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is. Athena was also on my women in wrestling thing, but we can talk more about her in a second.
So I'll let you then talk about Athena. I'll focus on Red Velvet. The division is so cool because they have these crazy luchadors. They have a variety of Asian martial arts specialists. Janae Kai, who is on Supercard Ring of Honor, has this weird, like, dark Japanese demon kind of look, almost like a Hanzo mask come to life.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
So they've got that. They've got big women. Ring of Honor has Stormy Denali, who really should be like the third part of Divine Dominion. But there's something about the way that the Ring of Honor women perform. I imagine they feel like they would be the most overlooked division in all of pro wrestling, right? Yeah. Ring of Honor exists in this strange place where it's bigger than an indie, but it's not quite a full-fledged promotion. And then women's wrestling is always kind of seen as second tier to men's wrestling, just like in other pro sports, right? It's not like wrestling is singularly problematic in this way. So I can imagine that they feel like they have a lot to prove. And the reason why I'm singling out Red Velvet is she treats the Ring of Honor television championship like she's the goddamn world champion. And she's not even on television, right? Like Honor Club barely qualifies as television. But she carries that belt with pride and pours herself into every one of those matches. And then we saw her on Collision fight Willow Nightingale, right? Mm-hmm. And it felt like they were featuring all the Ring of Honor players and performers in a really cool way.
That was a really good match too.
Yeah, it was.
Like I legitimately was like, does Red Velvet have this?
Yeah, dude, I did too.
Like as I was watching it, like I feel like that shows that it was a good match. If you're like, oh, I kind of know that Willow will win. This is going to get into one of my binary bitches. But overall, I thought that was a really good match. I really, really enjoyed that.
So shouting them out and saying, again, to all the people who watch Binary Star Wrestling, to anybody who is not a fan of women's wrestling, for whatever stupid or idiotic reason you've got rattling up in your head, I promise you that if you want to see incredible women's wrestling, go to Ring of Honor. Yeah. Search it out online. If you don't have Honor Club, the women in Ring of Honor deserve to be seen much more than I know they are. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Red Velvet.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely killing it. I mean, shout out to Athena too. I think she's at 1,250 days.
That's fucking crazy.
As the Forever Champ. Yeah. I saw a rumor that they're trying to that the idea is for her to have a longer reign than Roman, pun, where his was, I feel like it was like 1,300.
Oh. I mean, something I know she's been talking about wanting to go longer than Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, yeah. That's like the big one, right?
That's the big one, yeah.
Isn't that like 2,000 days or something like that?
It would be like kind of awesome for them to have her go one day longer than Roman Reigns did. And
I kind of like that. Because then it would be
like a serious fuck you, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually kind of want them to do that.
I did too. Yeah.
So if she gets, so that was my thing for women in wrestling. If she gets to 1,317 and loses it on that day, then that is a fuck you to Roman Reigns.
I hope they do it, man.
Me too.
That'd be, and in some ways, like if it's out there and in the ethosphere in the IWC, I hadn't seen that yet, but I don't doubt it's out there. So like, do it, man. Like the goodwill, like the hilarity that would ensue. Like, God.
Yeah, one day longer. I am here for it. I want to see it.
Yeah, I do too. That would be cool.
I think so too.
You got anything else for women in wrestling?
Those were the big things for me, and we've sort of danced around this a few times throughout this session. But let's hear your binary bitches. Have a centering breath. A calm mantra, or...
Is there any way you can get me into a sound bath right now? All right.
I'll have one shipped over to you for afterwards. That way you can decompress.
The women's Owen Hart bracket.
Okay.
Felt like a true afterthought. Now I know that the performers that they're bringing in from New Japan and maybe somebody from CMLL are great. I haven't seen much of their work, but what I have seen, it's really good. So their wrestling is not undeserving. But you have women who have not been featured for years, who are still on the roster. Nyla Rose being the big example. Why is Nyla Rose not being featured on AEW television? I'm starting to worry that Tony Khan has lost a bit of his nerve when it comes to featuring a transgendered woman in the women's division. I hope that's not the case. I mean, I know that she still does media. She still works for AEW, still does digital stuff, has wrestled on the independent scene, so should be cleared. And again, maybe she wanted to be off for a while. I don't want to cast too many aspersions, but
that's true. It's hard to know.
It's hard to know, but the optics for me don't look right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it can be hard to know, but at the same time, the optics are leading us down these like trains of thought.
Yeah. So I guess it's a twofold. I want to see Nyla Rose, and I think she should have had a spot in the Owen Hart tournament as one of the earliest women's champions. So that's my bitch of the session. I mean, I bitched a lot, but this is my official binary bitch.
The official bitch.
I boomerang it to you.
All right, here is my official bitch. Whenever you see a Ring of Honor person on the card for Dynamite or Collision, you can be certain that they will lose.
Ah, yeah. Fuck that.
Like, I guess I get it, where it's like, there's almost an unwritten thing of like tiers, right? And like pro wrestling tends to kind of think in tiers, as like, and you know, like in someone being a jobber is an insult, in the sense that like they're not on the tier of like a televised promotion. And then you kind of have like Ring of Honor existing in this kind of nebulous like web only space. And like, I feel like because of the predominance of NXT, like Ring of Honor gets thought of as kind of developmental, like because that's how NXT works and that's what more people are familiar with. But that's not really how Ring of Honor functions,
right,
as a proving grounds, right? And that's a conversation for a different day, if it should. But I feel like I have not super looked into like the data for this, but I'm confident it would back me up that if a Ring of Honor person is on the card for a main Dynamite or Collision, they will lose. Like Shane Taylor lost, Red Velvet lost. Like, I was like, at least I don't think the Lethal Swirl or the regular Swirl have won on any of their appearances either, like as of late. But they're like absolutely dominant in Ring of Honor, and it's like, what kind of message is that sending? That like everyone in Dynamite is superior to everyone in Ring of Honor, and that they're like a tier above, kind of.
Right. It feels a little bit like the WWE TNA relationship, where like you're never going to see a TNA wrestler, or rarely are you going to see one go over an NXT wrestler. And fuck it, they won't even let them touch their main roster people. Right? And you're like, that's kind of bullshit. Like, it really should not be about the promotion, and especially when they're owned by the same person.
Like, this is even more egregious because it's the same dude.
Right. Like, if you don't like Ring of Honor, then sell it to someone else. But
right.
I think he does like it. You know?
I think so too. And so that's why I'm kind of like, it's like, let Shane Taylor roll into Dynamite and crack skulls. Like,
yeah, they didn't need to lose an eliminator match.
Right. That was I was like, okay, it's an eliminator, maybe they'll win. Like,
and they fucking lost.
And then they fucking lost. It's like, these dudes were Marines.
And they just lost the night before. They lost their titles.
That's right. Yeah, I did see they lost the...
So they had like a double downer weekend, man. Like,
yeah, like that sucks. I want to not be like, oh, it's a dude. I want to not be like, hey, it's a guy I like from Ring of Honor. Oh, they're on Dynamite.
Right. Yeah. For real, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, the more I'm thinking about it, the more, like, unnecessarily frustrated I am for Ring of Honor. Like, man, that'd be a bummer.
I know. It gets the short straw in a lot of situations.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I hope that changes. No wonder people don't want to give it a TV deal if, like, it's always getting the short end of the deal, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's like, you know how you make Ring of Honor, like, more people watch it is to let the Dynamite people let some of the Ring of Honor people get over.
Yeah.
But if every time they try to climb up, they're just kicked back down. See, there I go again, introducing hierarchies into this. But
it's true.
Yeah, but like if that's the perception, then like how are we ever going to be like, oh yeah, like Red Velvet is a legitimate threat?
Mm-hmm. Right. And there's something weird to me about treating people who, especially like Red Velvet used to be on AEW programming before she became the women's TV champion.
Mm-hmm. Same with Sammy Guevara, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, he was huge, right? One of the pillars. It's weird to go from such a high down to such a low, and then when you come back up to be treated like you haven't been there before, or
Yeah.
it's been some time and you're like a second class. Like, and I kind of like the comeback killer thing with Willow, but again, what are you doing with everybody who you have come back gets beat up?
Yeah.
That's weird. She's got to lose one of these comebacks soon.
I think she will. I think she will. I love your prediction of Dr. Britt Baker.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that makes sense to me.
I agree.
So,
Ever since you said that, I was like, I just agree.
she
No
can
notes.
drill me anytime
Ooh.
because she's a dentist.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, she numbs me up. Let's quickly do the big crystal balls.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, because I do want to do.
Boy, big crystal ball time, baby.
Big crystal balls. Time for the binary stars and their big crystal balls.
Did you just come up with that little jingle?
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes, that'll be the new intro for the segment. I'll come up with that. So,
Yeah,
all right.
dude.
So here's what I'm thinking.
All right.
I will read out to you a match
Yes.
from a scheduled match from Double or Nothing, and then you tell me who you think is going to win, and then we will see if we are aligned.
I like that game.
All right, so I'll start with a big one. For the International Championship, Okada versus Takeshita.
Takeshita!
Aligned.
Hey! He's got to, dude.
I agree. Okada's not there enough. Takeshita is.
Yeah. Takeshita.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Yep. I agree.
All right. For the Tag Team Championship, an I Quit match. FTR versus Cope and Cage.
I fear, my good friend, that the Living Legends will lose the belts and Cope and Cage will not be the ones to say I quit. I think they win.
I think we are aligned on this one as well. But this is the only one that I'm like kind of torn on.
Torn in like what you think or what you want?
Torn in what I think.
Okay.
Like, I can see there being another story of FTR retaining. And, like, Cope and Cage having to figure something out, kind of.
What about what if it went to a triple threat, Cope and Cage, Young Bucks, FTR at Wembley?
In that case, I think it's a better bet for Cope and Cage.
Yeah.
I think with the triples, but I don't know. The last time we predicted that they would beat FTR and they did not.
That's right. So I'm doubling down just to like play the odds.
All right, that makes sense. That's lore consistent. All right, the next one, Stadium Stampede.
Ooh.
So you got Jericho, Hurt Syndicate, Kenny Omega, Bucks, Jungle Jack versus The Demand, Mark Davis, Andrade, Clark Connors, and David Finlay.
There is no way that the Jericho-lites lose this match.
I will be blown away if they. I don't see it.
No way.
I agree.
How do you have fucking the Elite and the Hurt Syndicate and Chris Jericho and y'all lose to the Demand, which I like, but they're not those people.
Yeah, no, they can. They simply cannot.
Right. And I love the Dogs, and the Dogs are not those people yet.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. All right.
Dude, we are rock and rolling.
We're pretty aligned. We
Yeah.
we usually
We
are.
usually are. Yeah. That's right.
All right, 4-way for the Women's World Championship. We got Tekla versus Hikaru Shida versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander.
Tekla.
You think Tekla retains?
I do. Is this where we break up?
I don't know, actually.
Stumped.
I actually am kind of stumped on this one.
You gotta put some crazy sound effects in here. You stumped.
I think I am stumped. Okay, here's my logic. I do not think it will be Statlander. I do not see a world where she wins. I also do not think it can be Hikaru Shida.
No.
And so between Tekla and Jamie Hayter, but isn't Alex Windsor challenging? Yes, Alex Windsor is going up against Willow Nightingale and Owen Hart. Isn't that for the TBS, or is that a separate thing? I think it is.
Yeah.
Which I actually think Alex Windsor will beat Willow Nightingale.
Okay. All right.
But
Damn.
I think that if that happens, then Jamie Hayter has to lose.
So the Birds cannot both be champs.
I do not think so.
I don't think so either.
And so I think that one has to give.
All right, then I'll stay. Tekla wins the women's. Windsor wins the TBS.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm gonna say Jamie Hayter for women's and Willow Nightingale for Owen. Willow retains.
I don't even want to look at you right now.
I don't think she'll retain, though, damn it. I'm defeating my own logic as the problem here.
I don't even want to look at you.
I think the Bird's got it. It's a Bird sweep.
It's a double bird? Now you're double birding?
Yep, I'm double birding you. It's a double bird. It's a double
Okay, double
bird.
birds.
It's a bird sweep. It's a broom of feathers. It's a bird sweep.
Bird sweep. All right, what else?
All right, so we got the Nightingale versus Windsor. Samoa Joe versus Ospreay. Owen Hart Cup quarterfinals.
Ospreay.
I also think Ospreay.
And he's going to make Samoa Joe submit.
You think?
Yep. Oh, binary star bet.
Okay. Binary star bet. What are your terms?
First off, did we even settle the last terms? We
Hasn't
made a
the bet-
binary star bet.
I thought it hasn't happened yet. Wasn't it double or nothing?
Oh, was it a double or nothing bet?
I thought it was. I'll go back and check.
Oh, I bet the bet was MJF and Darby Allin, something anyway. All right. Well, then, you know what? This is a minor bet. The terms are just bragging rights.
Okay.
Bragging rights, yeah.
Bragging rights. I accept those terms.
You shake across the screen. Ridiculous.
Hilarious.
Who
All
you
right.
got?
For Samoa Joe versus Ospreay?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with you.
Oh, okay.
I think that Will Ospreay will win.
The whole thing?
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
I think he will.
Actually, I think he might. He with a lot of like Death Rider moves.
Yeah.
I actually could see that. That is not beyond the realm of possibility to me.
Let me think it his year.
Although I also could see... Ooh, okay. Bandito versus Swerve.
Swerve.
I also think Swerve.
Yeah.
What if Swerve wins it, though, and that's how he gets power?
I could see Swerve winning it. I could. Yeah. I don't know. All right, I'm not willing to say Will Ospreay wins the whole thing yet because you've introduced enough doubt. Yeah, but definitely Swerve or Bandito for me.
Yeah, I think Swerve over Bandito.
There we go again.
I was about to say, it's because he's a Ring of Honor guy. Fuck. All right, last one. It's the big one. The hair match. So, Darby Allin versus MJF. I actually... I want to hear yours.
I'm just gonna go with the chaotic gut. It's Darby Allin winning and MJF
Darby
gets
retains.
bald. I think so, dude. I think so. I want it to be so, and I'm gonna will it to be so.
I actually kind of think so, but then again, so Darby's got the fucking mohawk.
Yeah.
That's always kind of been his look. He could end up being bald.
I don't know if he has to shave his head.
Does
I think
he
it's
not?
His hair versus title. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if it was
Hair versus hair.
Yeah, where was that? Australia?
Yeah, that one would be cool, but no, I think this is just hair versus title.
In that case, I am thinking that Darby retains.
I mean, because if it's hair plugs, he can shave it and it'll grow back.
Yeah.
And that would be like a legendary move.
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah.
So I guess the question will be, will his bald head be as smooth as our binary star balls?
We will find out.